If Andre Agassi keeps this up, it's going to be absolutely exhausting for him, for his opponent, for his fans, for everyone at the U.S. Open. Knowing each time he steps onto the court could be his last match.
It's the first game of the season for the Tampa Bay Bucs. Of course, they'll be taking on Baltimore here at 1 p.m. tomorrow. It's expected to be a good game between the two teams, and many believe the Bucs are offensively ready for
Evander Holyfield's competition in his comeback win Friday wasn't world-class, but his goals are. The 43-year-old former champion thinks he's on his way back to the heavyweight title. While many people doubt his abilities, Evander looked very strong in the ring.
After 5 straight wins, the Devil Rays are now off to Seattle. The mini-winning streak has boosted team morale, but the reality is the Devil Rays still have the worst record in the league.
Although the Tigers hold the best record in the majors, they have cooled considerably as of late, and the Twins and White Sox are gaining ground. Detroit gets a taste of a pennant race tonight when they head to
Hundreds of the nation's top offshore racers will be putting their skills to test here this weekend, as the American Powerboat Association World Championships will take place off this pier. Boats will be reaching speeds well over 100 miles per hour.
Good evening, I'm Trisha Hermanson. Training camp is over, the team has moved into a plush new home, and now the Bucs are focusing on its next assignment, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Of all the preseason games, this is the biggie. The third game is when the starters play the most, and you get a good feel of what the team will look like when the season starts. It's also the last game before the first set of cuts, which means, for some, the last game.
Number one
job.
You're
going to go out and do your assignment and try to be the best.
You can catch Saturday's game right here, and we'll be at the game starting at 7 o'clock. We'll have plenty of guests and be talking about the Bucs' upcoming season. We'll go right up until game time, which starts at 8. Just last month, Rays pitcher Scott Kazmir was living the dream, had a career night shutting out the Red Sox for his 10th win. Then it was off to his first ever All-Star game. Since then, the Rays ace has seen the DL once and is still looking for that 11th win. Kaz back on the hill against the Rangers, not a bad night, struck out 8 in 6 innings and became the club's career strikes leader. Here's how this one went down. Game tied at 3 in the 7th. Ben Zorbas with a sac fly to center. Thomas Perez comes on down, made it 4-3 Rays. Travis Lee would add a homer for good measure in the 8th as the Rays edged the Rangers 5-3. Sean Kemp gets the win. The Lightning had several goals after the season ended, one of which was bringing abroad a true #1 goaltender. They did that by signing Mark Denny from Columbus in June. And for the first time since that transaction, we had a chance to catch up with Denny. He was in the Bay Area today. The former first-round selection of the Colorado Avalanche played in Columbus the past 5 seasons and says he's fired up to play with the talent on his team.
My whole career, I was in the Western Conference, so I was feeling glad I'm on the right side of things now.
In one of the most dominating performances ever, Tiger Woods blistered the field at Sunday's PGA Championship. This one was so good, we had to see it again. With around 68, including not one but 2 successful birdie attempts from over 40 feet away, Tiger finished at 18 under. It's his 12th career major title, 6 shy of Jack Nicklaus. Finally, U.S. sprinter Justin Gatlin won't be sprinting for a long while. The 100-meter world record holder will forfeit that title and his career for 8 years. Gatlin tested positive in April for testosterone or other steroids. And by accepting the ban today, he is eligible for an appeal to have the term reduced. That's a look at sports. I'm Trisha Hermanson. Ron and Katie will be back with more news as soon as we come back.
It's what everyone is talking about. She joins us with the story. What exactly is going on?
The Tampa Bay Devil Rays may be packing their bags for good during spring training, which means fans here would have to travel to see their favorite team. Of course, not everyone is thrilled with their favorite team leaving. This morning, Charlotte County Commissioners agreed to spend more than $15 million of tourist tax money on a plan to help lure the Devil Rays spring training to Port Charlotte. As a part of the plan, the Devil Rays will help renovate the Charlotte Sports Park Stadium and then move its spring training program to the south as early as 2009. And of course, local Devil Ray fans don't like the idea.
Does it make the big difference? Yeah, for me, because I won't be able to see them as much. So, other than that, it doesn't really, as long as they don't move the regular season, I'm happy.
Mayor Baker says a final decision won't be made till January, and if it is approved, it will take 2 years before the team moves south. Reporting at Tropicana Field, I'm Trisha Hermanson. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks for that report. In other sports news, there's talk.
Women are not only invading sports by playing the games themselves. One local lady is proving women also have an eye for the game. Here's the story about a woman who likes to call the shots. It's not that unusual for this 35-year-old to be pulling loads of baseball equipment out of her car. In fact, she loves this sport so much that she goes to games almost every day.
Strike two. Counts 2 and 2. Yeah,
But Debbie Smith does not go to Little League games as a spectator. Oh yes, she watches the games closely, but she stands between the lines as an umpire.
I got started because my children played here 16 years ago. They each played here for 10 years and went on to high school ball, and now they're both in college, and I missed baseball terribly. It was such a large part of my life.
Debbie is the Bay Area's first female umpire, and while some 1,200 pint-sized players don't seem to mind, what do the male coaches think of a female behind the plate?
An interesting thing, everybody in our league is responding very well to her. You know, as it's revolving, she's doing a great job, positions herself well, and making sure that the calls are called properly. 1, 2, 3, Rangers!
A school teacher by day, Debbie finds time to umpire when she's not giving tests or grading papers. And for some of these kids, they not only have to face Debbie in the classroom, they also have to listen to her on the diamond.
Strike two.
Debbie admits it's not an easy job. She says the kids never cause her any problems, but says the parents are the ones that sometimes disagree.